It's a lot of things going on to set this up for the off-grid folk, don't you know? How's everybody doing? We got 1 thumbs up already. They know the drill. They come right in. They hit the thumbs up because they're awesome like that.
Well, I don't even have a notification.
Oh, no notification. It says upcoming. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, George.
I think we need to switch sides.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I like it on the other side here than you do.
Uh-oh. Boom. She good. We go. We're going to switch sides?
Yeah.
Right, come on.
It's like a fire drill. Go. Switch.
Fire drill. Chinese fire drill. Chinese fire drill.
Oh, yeah. Remember?
Come
it was
on.
the chair.
No, it's not. You got the. I was
You're
sitting
lower.
in the lower chair.
Yeah, that's happened last time. Yeah.
No, you were sitting in the lower chair.
This is good.
This time I'm sitting in. You were. I was sitting in the lower chair.
It's because the ground's lower there. Switch cups.
No, cup switching. You guys got us at the Chinese fire drill.
There you go.
Man, Kennedy is dropping bombs, you guys. If you're halfway paying attention, all you can basically say is there are no such thing as conspiracy theories. He is putting everything on Front Street. I hope you guys are paying attention to the videos. We're going to get right into it tonight. I got a great piece of information for you guys about the food system in America. I know we keep warning you guys. I know a lot of people are hip to it, but we're also trying to wake up some people that aren't awake yet, and also maybe some people who think, you know, maybe buying organic might be good. Maybe it's not, right? So that's all we're trying to do, give you guys some information, some news you can use, and give you more reasons why you should grow your own food. If you're new around here, Stacy and I live in that log cabin. Not that one, that's our outdoor kitchen, but that one back there. And that's not really a log cabin. That's just kind of fakey stuff I made look like
It's
a log
fake
cabin.
log cabin.
But our log cabin's back there. We grow 90% of our own food. We poop in buckets. We live 100% off rainwater. We have no public utility bills. We do pay a little bit of our property tax, you know what I'm telling you? But for the most part, like, we're not involved in the system. And only when we want to be. And we try to teach people how to do that. As a matter of fact, speaking of teaching people, real quick, Stacy has a women's conference coming up. It's only like 20-something days away. We have the schedule on the page now.
So
Schedule
if you're not
is
sure,
up.
you can look at the schedule.
We have a few tickets left. You should treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. This is the 2nd annual. Last year it sold out. We sold out, I think, like the day or two before it too. So we always run to the wire with this because I don't. Hey. No. Shh. No. Come on. Hey. Come on. Come.
Go around the other way.
Come on. Come. She's trying to tear up something. I can't watch her and see what she's tearing up.
She's trying to get mice.
I know, but she could be getting my plastic or who
She
knows
is.
what. No, Molly.
Come on, Molly. Jump. Come on.
Come on.
Come
on. Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. Come on.
Come on. She's got to find a hole to jump out of the greenhouse.
Thank
Come on,
you.
jump.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, girl. Come on. Everyone's watching.
Come.
Thank you.
Good girl.
And so we hope to see you there. So I got
Come
the
here.
tickets up
Come
for
here.
you guys. I'll leave you. We got speakers up, schedules up. That's what I meant to say. And hopefully we'll see you guys there. Right? So I'm dropping the link for you guys in the video right now. There's only a few tickets left. Really going to be a good time. Tell them a little bit about it. It's farm to table meals both days. We have chicken one day. And what else? Beef.
Well, chicken, it's for lunch and dinner. We have, the chicken. I'll have
Tell
pulled
them.
chicken and all that. We're going to have nice salad and veggies and homemade sourdough bread. And that's for lunch. And then we're going to have for dinner chicken chili. And then lunch the next day, we'll have taco night, which is my favorite. So I'll have tons of fresh veggies and our meat. So it should be really yummy.
Molly, come on now. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. We have a great speaker lineup for you guys, and there's going to be a lot of knowledge being dropped.
Yeah, and if you guys want, just go to the website, Homesteading Life Conference. You'll see it. It's the 2nd annual women's conference, and you can check the schedule, and you can read all the
Speakers,
topics and everything
yep.
that we're going to be doing now. So I finished all that.
Accommodations, everything is there for you guys, and we hope to see you there. And it's really going to be a good time. We're looking forward to seeing all you guys and hugging necks. Okay.
And the good thing about that is it's going to be a very small group, so then if you have questions, a lot of your stuff can be answered and addressed and all that. So
It's funny you should ask about chest flus. We're going to talk about some things for your breathing right after we talk about what Robert Kennedy says about food in America. And we are going to roll that tape in 5, 4, I was waiting for some people to show up. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. I'm seeing some about 400 thumbs up.
Let's see a thumbs up.
Thumbs up's
thumbs
good.
up for the turkeys back there too.
Oh yeah, there they are. They're getting ready to go to bed. But that helps get the algorithm send out the video to people that don't know, so they can get this information and share it with their friends. Because lately people are waking up, y'all. Don't give up on the people that haven't woke up yet. You might have to move this stuff so I don't knock it around. And here we go. You ready? And action, because the world is a stage.
Often, so you had Philip Morris by Kraft, and they took a lot of the scientists from the tobacco industry who were experts on making products addictive, and they put them to work on making food addictive, on making ultra-processed food. So adding ingredients that make food, that destroy the satiability of food, so the food doesn't fill you up, so you're always craving more. And those products, many of them are products, we have almost 1,000 chemicals in our foods that are banned in Europe and banned in other countries. And those products are products that have been introduced by chemists that did not exist before, and the body does not handle them well. And, we're seeing this explosion in chronic disease. When my uncle was president, 6% of Americans had chronic disease. You know what the budget was for chronic disease? And when my uncle was president? Zero. There wasn't any drugs for it. There was no expenditures on chronic disease. Today, it's $4.3 trillion. It's 5 times our military budget.
What?
And the people who are making money are the pharmaceutical companies, the insurance companies, which actually you would think insurance companies would want people to be well. They actually make more money if they're sick. The hospitals, the medical cartel, the people we trust to make advice to us about our health are actually compromised. And that's the difficult part. You've got to unravel that corporate capture.
Did you guys hear that? We were watching that old flick yesterday, remember? And what'd you say when we were watching everybody swimming and doing all their things, right? No big people. No fat people nowhere.
There's no overweight.
No overweight people. Everyone's slim, trim, and their name ain't Jim. You guys, are you listening to this stuff? If you just showed up, please. Are you listening? I mean, come on. Let me get a loud amen. I mean, they are poisoning the food. That's why they want to go to the bugs and the chemicals, because they can make some money off of that stuff.
See, the thing is with a lot of this food, especially if some of you guys are still eating processed food or you're going out to eat all the time, those are processed foods, and they put different additives, stabilizers, chemicals in it, and natural flavorings and things like that, chemicals to get you addicted to them. It attacks your brain. They're called excitotoxins in a lot of these foods to crave you and want you to have more. However, this food is empty food, so you're not getting any calories. So that's why people are keeping eating and eating and eating it.
What about the red
dyes? They're not getting any nutritional value from it. And then people are wondering, why am I being overweight? How come I can't lose weight? When you eat nutrient-dense food and you eat real food that the body can recognize and can get
the way
through
God
the body,
made you to eat the
makes
food
a
that grows
huge
in the
difference.
dirt, and even like broccoli
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's not even original food. That stuff's like GMO. You shouldn't even be eating it, really. I'm going to do a video about it coming up, so let me know if you want to see that video. But we should be eating all the food that's been here for 100+ years, and all the food should look like an organ. And in a second, we're also going to talk about, what did you just say?
About helicopters?
No. Oh, is that why you're shaking your head? Hope they make it. Usually when you hear a helicopter, that's life flight, and that means that they're on their way to, help somebody out. But we're going to talk about something in a little bit here that might really help you out, so don't go anywhere. Just hang with us here for a little bit as we unwind and answer some questions and dialogue about what Kennedy just said, right? Chemicals in the food everywhere. A lot of us know that, but if we always say that if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't eat it.
Well, and even there's some things that sound good, like when you look on a label and it looks pretty good, maybe it'll have like whole wheat and it'll have salt and butter, and then it'll have natural flavor. Well, if it says natural flavor, that sounds good, but it's not, because it could be a whole host of different 3,000 different chemicals that are getting you chemically addicted to it, being a type of an excitotoxin. And natural flavors doesn't mean that it's like natural, like it was part of a banana. It's going to be something made in a lab. So you have to be really careful.
There are some places that do say natural flavors that actually use natural flavors, but just be careful that you could, like 99% of the time,
generally,
it's probably
yeah, when you're getting
scam.
these big businesses. So that's the thing, especially when you buy organic. A lot of people are like, oh, it's organic, and then they'll just throw it in their cart. But
Right.
when you pick it up and you look at it, especially,
Well, we were knocking through some stuff. What did you see on there?
oh, it's all the time.
You almost
It
thought,
keeps
man, this is
changing.
pretty good, and you're like,
Natural flavor, I don't remember. That happens to me every single day whenever I go anywhere. So when you look at the labels, especially like, let's say if you're going to go buy some chicken broth, or if you're going to go buy a lot of these soups and things, maybe you'll get organic and you think everything's cool and all that. And sometimes even if these good brands that are the smaller companies, you'll read everything is pristine, and then boom, it won't. Then usually it's have an asterisk by it, meaning that it's organic. And the one thing that doesn't have the asterisk is the natural flavor. And then it ruined the whole thing. So you have to really be careful, or make your own, make your own bone broth. It is really simple to do. You can use your own seasonings. You can use salt, you can use pepper, you could use dehydrated onions. So you can do your own garlic salt, or go ahead and buy your organic seasonings, and then use seasonings in your food and try to cook from scratch. It's huge.
yeah. So if you guys just showed up, we played the clip already, man. We are on it. We do not waste your time. So make sure you rewind it, watch the beginning, but hang out with us now, because we're also going to lead right into something that can help with your respiratory system, your breathing. Oh my gosh, y'all, this handles a lot of stuff. Hold on, I'm going to tell you what it is. I had to hook you up to some power out here. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I am going to tell you that we hope to see Stacy's Homesteading Life Conference. We got these last couple tickets to sell, and I know there's some people that want to come and talk to you and hang out with you and pick your brain and see how you do it, how you're 62 almost, and you look so fabulous, darling, and you don't even have a primary care physician, and we don't take supplements, and we don't even have aspirin in the house, and yada, yada, yada. They want to know how you do it.
Gotta be natural, right?
I want to know.
Everything from homemade and everything. Yeah, you got to work.
It's a lot of work,
you have to work on
man.
this.
Right.
So that's on a lot of stuff. When people are trying to transition, you maybe pick one thing you want to work at, and then kind of go from there. We talk about getting outside before, in the morning, so you can get that morning light, which is the most healing into the eyes, because it's going to help your sleep-wake cycle. It's going to help you just to sleep at night, help your circadian rhythms. It's going to help your immune system. It's going to help everything. So that healing light before 9 o'clock in the morning. A lot of people just stay inside. You need to go outside, and you need to be out in nature. Little bitty things. If that's something that you want to do, then that might be something you want to start. Or maybe you're going to start cooking from scratch. Or maybe you're going to go and you're going to change your water. Maybe you're drinking city water, and you're switching. You're starting to filter it, and maybe adding some minerals to it, like adding some unrefined salt, like the Redmond salt that we use. Things like that are just really important. So just making these little steps, and then once you get one down for a while, then you keep adding another one, and little by little you will all get there, because the bodies don't want to be sick. They want to heal themselves, and it's very, very easily done if you're consistent.
If you're eating the right food. It's all about the inputs. That's why America is so sickly, because the food is turning into total garbage now. Like, this is not the food your parents ate. This is not the food that I ate as a child. The transition was happening, and then all this food's going junky, junk, and now it's junkety junk.
So now Nancy says, I've heard this before about how McDonald's puts ingredients into their fries to make them addictive, and how the chips we buy are laced
Even
with additives.
Chick-fil-A does that. They're busted all over the place, these people.
So how they're laced with additives to make them addictive. So here's the thing. Let's say you go to buy potato chips. You can get good brands. I like this brand, Boulder. They make them. They have avocado oil, coconut oil they make them with, which is a better oil.
Do your best to stay away from fried foods.
So then when you are, eating them, you read the back of the ingredients. The one that you want to get, if you're going to get it, is just with potato salt potatoes and salt. That's pretty much it. And then they're going to have an oil. So let's say they're made in coconut oil.
Or
You can
avocado
make your
oil.
own potato chips, which are very easy in coconut oil. They taste wonderful. So here's where you get a problem. Even the organic chips that you think, oh, I got a good one. Well, when you start getting into the flavors, the same thing there. Always just stay with the simple stuff. Because if you'll get a good brand that's made with the good stuff and that has the cheddar cheese flavor or whatever, the spicy or the salt and vinegar, like the Kettle brand chips, everything, oh, those are better. They have maltodextrin in them. A lot of them have natural flavor in them. So that ruins it all.
I know y'all aren't eating Doritos.
A lot of those things cause gastric distress. It causes a lot of issues, addictive behaviors because you keep craving more.
Move on from the Doritos. If you're that person, you needed to hear this
those are
tonight.
really bad. They got
Move on from the
MSG, natural
Doritos.
flavor. They got colors, dyes,
Hold on.
chemicals.
Look,
Terrible.
Zach is a friend of ours down at American Homestead, and one thing me and him talk about, and he's brought up, and it's, listen, if all this stuff collapses, like people aren't going to be. They're not going to be happy because they're going to be in MSG withdrawals. Everyone is basically chemically induced through the food. And so when they start having these withdrawals from the MSG, their Doritos and all their foods that they snack and eat on, you're going to have some serious major behavioral disorders. To say the least.
Yeah, Cheryl says all foods with dyes are banned in other countries. It's true. They leave everything here for us. All the crud.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then they sell pharma out the crazy wazoo, right? Everyone's on pharma. Drink, take the pill, cut. Everyone go. What we're going to talk about here in a second is known for expelling mucus and anti-inflammatory properties. It's a caffeine-free. It's mild. Can't give it away too much. Respiratory health. That's what everybody needs right now, definitely. Listen to this here. It is a long history in traditional medicinal use and recommended for asthma, coughs, colds, bronchitis, and COPD. Now, we're going to tell you guys about that in just a second, so don't go anywhere. But I'm going to play that clip one more time for everybody who showed up. I think it's only fair. I just like to be fair. Just want to be fair. Roll them. Philip Morris. Hold on. In case you know, his voice is kind of scratchy. If you guys didn't know, Junior here was vax injured, and that's why he has this scratchy voice now. But he says that Philip Morris, yeah, that's right, bought Kraft, and you should see all the other companies that they bought. They're huge right now, but they know how to make things addictive.
You had Philip Morris buy Kraft, and they took a lot of the scientists from the tobacco industry who were experts on making products
They love taking scientists from places.
and they put them to work on making food addictive, on making ultra-processed foods. So adding ingredients that make food, that destroy the satiability of food, so the food doesn't fill you up, so you're always craving more. And those products, many of them are products, we have almost 1,000 chemicals in our foods that are banned in Europe and banned in other countries. And those products are products that have been introduced by chemists that did not exist before, and the body does not handle them well.
You can't do it.
We're seeing this explosion in chronic disease. When my uncle was president, 6% of Americans had chronic disease. You know what the budget was for chronic disease? And when my uncle was president, 0. There wasn't any drugs for it. There was no expenditures on chronic disease. Today, it's $4.3 trillion. It's 5 times our military budget.
5 times our military budget. 4 point something trillion dollars, man. I try to explain it. The food people and the pharma people are like, yo, baby, we're crushing it, baby. And they're laughing at you guys, man, you deplorables. It's amazing, man. It's terrible. So much terrible.
Well, Kim says she has hundreds of cayenne peppers. I do too, Kim. What can I do with them? My big thing for them is just, I love cayenne pepper. Cayenne is one of the best. It's probably in my top 2 herbs of all time for all the wonderful healing properties of cayenne. So I like to put it on my eggs in the morning. I put it on food. I'll put it on a sandwich because it's great for your circulatory system. And what you would do is, get them, dry them out. I put them in a paper bag, set them in the back of my car on a hot day. It might take a few days for that to get kind of a little crunchy. It might not be like really crunchy, but then when it's done, you can put it in a blender, blend it all up, and then you can use it and sprinkle it on some food, and there you go. I use it when I do my ferments, like if I do a spicy sauerkraut, then I can put some of those on there if I want to, or just use them in your food just like you have. Like they have the Parmesan shakers with the bigger holes. You can use that like that. You could keep some of the seeds and all that in there and just use it on your food like that. Pizzas, just like you go to the store and get like red pepper flakes.
Y'all, I posted this today. It's a quote from a famous, he's a poet fellow. You might know who he is. Wordsworth. Yeah, where's he at here? Yeah, Williams Wordsworth. He says, in ourselves our safety must be sought. By our right hand it must be wrought. And there he is right there. That's William. I do a lot of posting on X, if you guys want to follow me there, at Doug and Stacy. But listen, really no one's going to come and save you guys. The reason why they keep selling you this jacked up poison food is because you keep buying it. What we need to have is a national moratorium. Oh man, I wonder if I can find that thing. Billy, your buddy Billy, what's his name? He was talking about how everyone should just stop buying everything for if you could do it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, just stop
people
buying
would be
everything.
Hurting. Yeah. And
The
just cook it
companies
home.
would totally start listening to you, boy.
Well, and little by little things are, they do. If people do it, money talks. It really does. And I keep telling, and
Suckers walk.
Yeah.
And you can't touch my 3-lock box.
But, I think this is a good time for a lot of you, if you haven't started, to start getting very, very micro, very, very local, and start supporting your local farmers around.
Yes.
Finding if there's little produce auctions run by the Amish or the Mennonites, finding little bitty, stores or farmers around.
Bet you didn't even hit your... Oh, you're busted. You didn't hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. Hey, if you're in the university.offgridwithdougandstacy.com. Today, we're starting the process of butchering some lambs. So I got the first part of the dispatch going for you guys. And then you have to wait a couple of days, let the heat get out of the
they have to
animal.
hang. Not as long as a cow, but lamb, you just hang for a day or two.
Yeah, and then I'm going to section it out for you and everything. So you'll see how to make ribs and meat and chops and the whole shebang-bing. Okay?
So Twisted Petrie Homestead says, we didn't produce anything from our garden. If we were pioneers, we wouldn't survive. Well, you know what? Here's the thing.
That's why you would barter.
Yeah, because there's a lot of times, like this year, I don't know what the deal was, and I even planted them again in my fall garden now. I've done it. There's 3 different areas where I have done different types of cucumbers. I don't know what is going on. The bugs have gotten terrible on my cucumbers. So, like I planted in the fall garden, I don't like to do my squash early on because usually the squash bugs get them. But in the fall, I always do great. Like I have some squash over here that's doing phenomenal. And squash always does best for me to do it later in the season, and I never really have a problem. So let's say I really wanted to make a bunch of cute pickles or something like that. Then, I'd find, my neighbors or whoever. This happens a lot. Sometimes you have a good garden, sometimes you don't have a good garden. Some people sow, some people don't sow. Some people have milk, some people don't have milk.
Some people don't sow.
No. So you just find other people. So you trade with them.
Yes.
And then that's how it works. And that's what we're going to really have to get into. We were talking, we had some of the Amish guys over here for supper. They come over once a month. And we just talk about what's going on and everything. And we were talking about that because things could really be changing a lot for them. And saying,
if they go to digital currency, the Amish are flipping.
They're all good, but they'll all barter.
They'll just barter with each other, and you guys will have to show up with your barter and stuff, and gold and silver, and that's it.
But I mean, honestly,
there's one place in Canada that's already fining the Amish like $400,000 because they won't sign up for the app.
And that's in Canada?
It's in Canada. It's already happening.
Wow.
They're fining the Amish because they won't sign up for some app that they have to sign up for. And they're telling them, yo, we don't mess with no apps. And they're finding them right now. I wish I had the story on me, but I don't.
Did you guys hear
Sounds
that?
like machine gun fire. That's birds getting on their roost and everything. So what we're going to talk about, if y'all are suffering with any kind of lung issues, right? We talked about this earlier, how food that's shaped like the body part it's supposed to help, right? Like you've heard, carrots are good for your eyes and so forth and so on. So what we got now, and you guys have been waiting for it, is we're releasing the mullein tea. Okay, so if you want to get the mullein tea, I'm dropping the link for you guys. And that's what mullein is good for. It's good for getting
the respiratory system.
Yes, getting mucus out of your chest. If you ordered a copper mug, they are en route to us. They got a little hung up in customs, but they are on the way. I mean, I'm looking for them any day now, and then they're going to get off to you ASAP.
Oh, I love it. Eyes open wide. It says, stop ordering DoorDash or any delivery services.
Disgusting.
You be your own DoorDash.
We have friends that actually do it for a living, and they're laughing so hard. They're like, these people, they like have us come pick up a soda. And there's like a minimum charge anyway, and they just do it anyway because they won't even go to the store to get the fountain soda. It's crazy out there. If you guys haven't seen Idiocracy, you might want to
you guys
give it
want
a
to
look.
see that movie Idiocracy. It's from like
because we're almost there.
25 years ago or so.
We
it's pretty
are
good.
almost there.
Yeah.
So you guys want to get your mullein tea. We're going to talk about mullein tea and all
Kathy
the good things
says,
for you.
Kathy, yes, we have candles in stock.
Yes, candles. Everything's ready to rip. Wild crafted mullein tea. Now, if you guys don't know, wild crafted, we got the extra nice stuff. The wild crafted means that it's not farmed. Like they go out with their own little hands in their little baskets and they pick it for us all nice, and they send it to Doug and Stacy, and then we get it off to you guys all packaged up with the Amish and our friends and us, and it's our family business that we put together, right? Wild crafted mullein tea is made from mullein leaf, known for expelling mucus and its anti-inflammatory properties. It's a caffeine-free herbal tea, and it has a mild, earthy taste and a calming effect, making it a natural choice for supporting your respiratory. This is what God gave you, y'all. The Most High gave you all this stuff. And the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and some of these other bozos peeled you away from it, and they've been force feeding your grandparents, their parents, your grandkids, your kids. They've been force feeding us this lie, and a lot of people are waking up. Thank goodness for the internet.
So I have a couple questions here. So Leah, or comments. Leah says the Whole Foods in our area, when it opens, will not take cash. So what all they
have to take cash. It is a law that they have to take cash. Cash is legal tender.
It says
on
it
the
right
bill. On your bill. So
go make a fuss to the manager.
File a small claims court lawsuit or something. File a lawsuit, get their attention, because they'll stop that nonsense. It is illegal for them to deny a cash transaction, period. No excuses.
A lot of people, there's a lot of these things, I'll just stop shopping there too. So, if enough people do it, that's going to happen. But if you make your voices heard, you never know what's going to happen.
But if we keep cowering and just going on to the next place, nothing gets changed. And then one store sees one store, and then boom, shakalaka, boom, boom. Can you live in an RV in Missouri if you own it? Yeah, you can live on an RV. You can do whatever you want. And if you live in Pike County, you don't have building codes or none of this nonsense. And a lot of the rural areas, even though their city little area does, their rural areas don't have building codes.
Yeah, a lot of people have their RVs.
We're building a house right now with no building codes or nonsense, right? But the only thing they inspect over there is the septic system, which is another reason why Stacy and I don't have one.
Annette says, this is a great question, Annette, and I'm going to help you with it. So Annette says, what do we do about getting healthy food during the cold Midwest winter? So you have to prepare a little bit in the summer months. Like right now, today, actually, I did about 2 gallons of sauerkraut.
Yep.
I'm making some sauerkraut actually for the women's conference. So I made some sauerkraut for that. And you can make sauerkraut or any kind of fermented vegetable. You can do salsa, carrots, green beans, lots of different things. That's going to last. If you go ahead and put it in your refrigerator, it definitely will last, almost a year. And then that way you can use it, and you only need a tablespoon or 2 because a little goes a long way. It's very powerful. It's very bioavailable. It enhances the nutritional value of it. It's great for your digestion. It's just an amazing thing, adding good bacteria into your gut. So having fermented food on hand, so you have to do it, make it now. Or if you're going to go to the store, and get some organic produce, then you can go ahead and do that. Just know it's going to take a couple weeks to make it. You always want to remember to be proactive before these things. And the other thing is to grow microgreens, or you can sprout, either one.
Yep.
We have friends at barefootmicrogreens.com. They have a kit that's a wonderful, and you can grow your own. Doug's mom, or my mother-in-law, she grows her own. She's got the kit and she grows them. And then she just cuts them off and eats them. And just know when the plant is young like that, because you can do broccoli, you could do pea shoots, you could do sunflower seeds, you could do mixed greens. I mean, there's lots of different things you can do. They're going to grow a little bit. It only takes a few days, anyway, from a week to 10 days or so to have them go to where you want them. You just trim them and eat them, and they're going to be nutrient dense. So you just need a little bit. And then you can put that on a sandwich or have a handful of it or put it in your salad. And then that way you're going to get nutrient dense food. So if you, and that is my thing, if I have fermented foods and I can grow sprout or microgreens, I'm going to be good. We're going to be good because, and the great thing about the microgreens, you can do them on your counter in your kitchen. It's simple, simple, simple. You know, you're just going to put some seeds
Y'all are
on
going to
top.
have to start thinking outside the box.
You got to think, because anybody can do this. If you're, you know, handicapped, if you're, too old,
and do it now while you
stuff.
can sample, and while you can do things, while you have options. You know what I mean? Like, do these things now, right? Get your mullein tea. Help start repairing your lungs. It's very important. And we have Rest and Digest that can help you digest your food and sleep. And then we have the chocolate tea, which is rich in theobromines. And that's good for your stuff too. Everything that we have at the Missouri Tea Company is we're using nature's products to enhance your life. Right? It's all natural, good stuff. You don't need all this stuff. For millennia, up till just recently, like all these years, man, herbal remedies and folklore medicine took care of people. And sure, some people didn't make it, but I mean, I bet you their batting average is better than it is now.
Yeah, Dawn says her cucumbers died from bugs this year too. Yeah, I mean, I've planted, I can't tell you how many rounds of cucumbers. They start off good and then poof. Yeah, I had a bad cucumber year.
All right, so hopefully you guys will pick that up again. If you guys have ordered a copper cup, they are en route, literally en route, and we'll get them any day now. As soon as we get them, you will get an email with a tracking number, and you'll be able to watch it show up at your doorstep. We have everyone's like waiting to get them out the door for you guys. The mullein tea is ready to go. I'll have a picture of it up in a second. I was kind of rushing tonight, but at least I got that up. 2.5 ounces, and it comes in a nice airtight package. It's very nice. Okay, you guys can get some mullein tea. And someone just ordered all 3 teas. I know, and I need to figure out how to make a little bundle thing, and then I need to figure out how to make a little subscription.
Yeah, we need to do that.
So I'm trying, y'all, but gee whiz. Man, my son's coming home from the military, y'all. I am so excited. I really am. He's going to come and help with this family business stuff we got going on, and with the internet
and his
stuff.
Wife and the grandbabies.
And he's a you know, like a Intel kind of guy. So he's going to up the information that we get here a little bit and do some deep dives. It's going to be really nice, man. It's going to be really good. The grandkids will be here right under our feet. And we'll be with them all the time. It's going to be some fun stuff. Really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know a lot of this stuff can be overwhelming. Just keep your eyes on the prize, right? Like, we're supposed to be here and be diligent. We have a duty as American citizens too, not to go with the flow. You actually have a duty, an obligation to resist. You know what I mean? Anything that's unconstitutional, anything that's nonsense, you know, don't fall for it.
Ifioma, yes. The answer to your question. And then none of business. I know we can do it. We've already forced DEI out of Harley Davidson, Tractor Supply, John Deere, and one other big company.
Don't believe it. All they did was just turn the light down on it. It's still in their stuff. Don't believe it, y'all. They get the money from BlackRock. They are not going to go against this play. This is the hard press to usher in the reset that they've been talking about ever since I've been a kid. I've been hearing about this thing. And they put all the kingpins in place. They put all the things in place. Justin Trudeau has Canada under his thumb. our elections are rigged, jigged, and migged. I mean, we're not going to be able to do nothing. I can't even imagine when they come out and say Kamala won, this place is going to go crazy. Oh my gosh, y'all, please.
So Mickey says it's Soylent Green, Charlton Heston. So I'm going to tell you something. There's a drink called Soylent Green. There's also a drink called Liquid Death. Words have very powerful,
Yes.
energetic meanings to them. So when you drink something like that, I mean, think about it, honestly.
I won't drink it.
No, of course
We
not.
don't
But
touch
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You call something like that.
Y'all hit that thumbs up. If you like truth being splattered right to you with no candy coating, the malarkey, just hit that thumbs up, would you? If you like the videos we've been putting up, you know, for all these years, showing you this whole lifestyle, how to grow food, all the bumps, and I never candy coated nothing. I showed you guys everything when my pipes busted, when we froze out, just everything about it, right? We've always been honest and forthright with you guys. YouTube's been an awesome blessing for us. I couldn't believe they started, you know, sending us money for putting up videos. And we've tried to be very good stewards with all that stuff. You know, our true desire is to help you guys because we're doing it. And we were just like you. We were in the city 15, 16 years ago. And we were eating the processed food, feeling like junk, bloated, overweight, lethargic, you know, foggy brains. Stacy wasn't feeling right. We were going to the doctors, trying to figure it out. They don't even know nothing. We had to figure it out ourselves, basically. Start asking for blood samples and talking to people that studied blood. I mean, you know what I mean? It was crazy. And then just the food, we figured it out, man. Ever since we've been growing food and living off of non-fluoridated water, our clarity is 100, like we can see. That's why some of the stuff I see on the boob tube and I'm like, holy smokes. It's so, to me, obviously in my face. But some people, they just can't see it. But that's all the pressures that are on you, you know, you can't see clearly.
So Jeff says they have mullein all over the place and they make a lot of different things with it. Yeah, it grows in the wild, definitely. And then Danita says mullein tea got me over double pneumonia last month.
Yes, mullein tea is where it's at, y'all. Get yourself, and if you're not making your garlic and honey right now, shame on you. We have videos how to do it. This is what Big Pharma doesn't want you to know. Just type that in Google and make yourself your garlic honey. You need to make it now so you have it coming up.
And fire cider.
That's what's up.
So it's things, you know, where you can get some raw apple cider vinegar and you can put some, crush up some garlic, put it in there, some onions in there, slice up some oranges, some lemons. You can go ahead and put some herbs in there like thyme, you know, put some, that's called fire cider because it's spicy. You can put some cayenne pepper, some of your cayenne peppers that some of you guys have so many of, or jalapenos if you have some of those in there. And then that way you could let it set for 3 to 4 weeks and you'll strain it. And then you have this wonderful concoction. You can do it 2 ways. You could keep it straight like that and you can dilute it in a little water and then drink it, like do a little shot. And that's great for immune busting and help your immune system. Or if you want it a little sweeter, you can add honey to it to taste so that it doesn't taste so, you know. Or like I say, you could dilute it in water and then that way you'll have the fire cider because this is the time you need to be making that stuff because you don't expect, you know, if you don't have it when you're sick, then it's not going to help you. So you have to be prepared. You have to be proactive about a lot of these things.
Yo.
And then Judy says she just bought, I guess, Idiocracy on Amazon.
That's funny. When you watch you're gonna freak out, but it's like so legit. Like it's off the chart ridiculous. But now you can see like it's like, and what's up with the, you know, I mean, we went from single cat ladies shouldn't be able to vote to Haitians eating your cat. Maybe I'll do a video about it this week. Now that's a true story. The immigrants and stuff in Aurora, I'm not on board yet. It's not spicy enough yet. But they are the Haitians.
A lot of people upset.
What do you mean?
People are getting concerned that live there.
Oh, I would guess so. Wouldn't you want to be upset if they're flooding your whole area? I mean, I couldn't imagine if they started flooding our little town here of 2,000 with, you know, 2,000 immigrants or something, trying to put them up and trying to hold on to them and everything. It's just totally crazy. And I heard what's her face cackling Kamala talking about their protected status, like they're protected, like the police or nobody can do nothing to them. That's unconstitutional, and the police should be rounding them up and keeping them in the local jail. And if they need money to feed them, y'all should be making them meals and make sure they at least have some bread and cheese and some water and send them somewhere. Get them out of your town. But that's your duty. Y'all, it's your duty. When they fail everything, it's going to be your duty to step up and provide. Trust me. That's why we have militias in America. Missouri has a militia. Your state probably has a militia, and that's a bunch of, level-headed, sensible folks. They try to make them out like they're crazy people, but level-headed, civilized folks who want to protect the Constitution and their way of life. That's it. All right, come on. Who needs some lung healing action with some Mullen tea? Our new release, Mullen tea at the Missouri Tea Company. You can get yours right there. And hopefully we'll see you guys at Stacy's conference. That'll be fun stuff. We need to stand up and refuse to allow them in our community. That's right. There's actually a community doing that in California. I was watching the video today. Very interesting stuff. The rich billionaires now, instead of burning you out like Maui, they're actually going to roll in and try to buy all the farmland around you. And if they don't sell you the farmland, they're going to sue you to buy the farmland. And what happened was the people in the area started talking to each other, and they're like, well, we should sell our land for a lot more money. This is ridiculous. We're in California, nice farmland. And so they got together and kind of talked about it, and then the people sued all of them because they said they were price fixing. That's clown world. So yeah, these rich dudes are trying to buy up whole plots of land, and they're going to build their own cities and have nothing to do with their surrounding areas. Very interesting stories. A country within inside of our country they're doing. Thanks for ordering some tea and candles, Jackie. We appreciate it. The candles are 100% beeswax, unrefined, and we pour them right here, y'all. It's no joke. And actually, I'm very proud of Ziba, but she does a very good job pouring those candles.
Yes.
It's our family friend of ours, and she's a young gal, and she takes pride in it, and she just does a fantastic job. And then our daughter-in-law makes some too, so we got our whole family of friends making the candles for you guys on the daily, and we ship them to you guys. 100% beeswax candles. They actually purify the air. You can look that up. We have them reasonably priced, and they last for hours and hours and hours. We have an emergency candle. We have these tea balls. They're stainless steel that you use. I mean, you know what I mean?
Wait, oh, you're putting it back in there? What are you doing?
Well, it's kind of dripping everywhere. I'll put it away.
Yeah, are you done? Yeah, it didn't give me. So, where is it? Go Mogo says how you protect yourselves from tick bites, so not to get.
I just had one on me. I had a tick right here. I was like, I woke up in the morning, and I was like kind of itchy under my arm, and I'm really never kind of itchy except on my back. You know, I like her to scratch my back.
He just wants me to itch him.
So I was like, what the heck? And I scratched it first because it was itchy, and then I felt like a bumpy
thing. A little closer, so yeah.
And then I felt a little bumpy thing, and I looked down there, and it was a tick, right? So I started doing the counterclockwise thing, but then, I always go to the tea tree oil, and I put the tea tree oil on there, got him to back out on his own, then I put the light on him, burned them. When you burn them, they pop. And then, so then what I did was I got the bentonite clay. So that's what I did.
Because it's going to help pull it and draw. And then I put some frankincense oil and black seed oil on it too. And it really helped. We did it for a couple days and it went away. The big thing with a lot of the tick bites is they say you need to get it out immediately within, definitely within 24 hours. The longer it's in, then probably things could happen. So just to, just be proactive. Wear light clothing, or always check yourself. If you're outside and at
I'm
night
super
when you come
sensitive to it. I couldn't
just check
believe it got
yourself.
on me.
And that's the thing. You know what I mean? If you're going to check yourself and you see one on you and it just attached, activated charcoal if you get it wet, or the bentonite clay. And you can go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com and go to our shop tab and go for Redmond. You can get bentonite clay. I use it for my tooth powder. I use it. It's wonderful for, face masks. It helps with acne. It helps with shingles, mastitis, injuries. If you have road rash or scratches or bumps, I make a gel in a jar, and it's just amazing.
Millie, when you go to our website, then hit the shop tab or use the link I'm providing for you, just scroll down because it's right in between the other two teas, the chocolate tea and the Rest to Digest, Mullen tea. I don't have a picture of the bag because I was rushing for you guys tonight. But we got the bags are here. Everything's here. I just got to get the stickers, and then we're going to start sending them out. So we'll get them start shipping out in like a day or two. All right. You guys have questions. We have answers before the sun really goes down on us. If you guys got something to talk about, get it out there. Let's see what you got. Can you use microgreen seeds in a sprout jar? Sprouting's different than microgreens.
Yeah, you usually you can get the little sprout seeds. Like, I'm going to, you know what, Brenda, I have tried, the microgreens are like the seeds that you're going to put in the dirt, and then you do get little sprouting seeds. And I honestly, sometimes I've tried to use microgreen seeds and it doesn't always work. And I'm not sure. I guess I should figure that out and know. Does anybody know? Like, I would think they're seeds and they would do pretty much the same thing.
But honey and garlic last forever, y'all.
Who knows the answer to that?
Longer the better. A lot of this stuff, the longer the better. Fire cider, all that.
Because the one thing that I like to do, I do like to sprout in the winter months, because in the summer months where we have very humid areas, so I don't generally sprout in the summer because the humidity does make them mold much easier. So I normally sprout in the winter, and I do microgreens too, but I always will sprout because they're different. You have little plants, and then the sprouts are kind of reminds me of like a little afro, the way they're sprouted. So if you're gonna sprout, you know, radishes or whatever it is, it's just a little different. So if I want to do a microgreen salad, it's more like, you know, more like the actual plant, and then the sprouts are a little bit more curly and kind of like afro-y. So
Mary, the bentonite clay is just water and bentonite clay. That's the paste. That's all you use.
And that's the paste you're going to do. And then, yeah, with the clay is definitely wonderful to put on a tick bite or a spider bite or any kind of bite that you get. If I get any bump, any red spot, or anything that I have anywhere on my body, I will put bentonite clay where I have mixed it 2 parts water to 1 part clay in a jar. I mix it up. And if you don't have that, you can just get the powder, mix it with water, put it on there. And I'll put it on there immediately, because the sooner you do it, the sooner it'll do its magic and help draw and pull the stuff out. And then that helps with the itch. It helps with poison ivy. I mean,
acne,
I can't tell you, I love it. I call it, yeah, it's like boo-boo magic.
Can water be added to ACV as it evaporates within the first 2 weeks? So they're making ACV, it's evaporating. Can they shoot a little water in there to keep it filled up?
You could put a little water in there, sure. Yeah, you can do it. Hi, Molly.
Doug, Kennedy is kind of a patriot. Kind of, yeah. His wife demanded that everyone was vaccinated and wore a mask to their Christmas party. His own wife did that. Not too long ago. Go look it up. He doesn't like the Second Amendment. And I have him on tape talking about, what's he talking about? Climate deniers and how they should be locked up. Just remember, man, the world is a stage, right? But everyone's going to be spitting out some hardcore truth. But they're going to mix it with a lie, too. So you got to be super careful, you know? And this AI stuff's off the chain. Off-grid living, 65 acres. Nice. That's cool.
So Caleb says, I just collected half a quart jar of mullein seeds. Awesome, Caleb. So now you can plant them and grow your own. And then Liz in Kentucky shared dried mullein with her neighbor, and she shared her tomatoes. See, that's the thing, you guys. Really got to pick. Everyone's going to have something that they're good at and do very well, and then that way you can start trading and bartering.
Stacy, what brand of lipstick to use? Beeswax.
Yeah, I'm not trying to think what kind of 100% pure.
Thanks, Just Arizona, for ordering some mullein tea. You guys rock.
Jade, do you grow the microgreens in soil? Yes, Jade. And if you go to barefootmicrogreens.com, you'll see it. You get these cute little trays, and then you just put a little dirt in there, and you sprinkle your seeds. You put another tray on top of it. You wait 3 to 4 days.
And it starts
After you missed it, it'll push the tray right up because you're going to put something heavy on. You can put a big heavy brick or a gallon jug of milk on it or whatever, and it'll push it up because those little seedlings are strong. Then after your 3 to 4 days, you just take it off, put it in the sun, and then you're going to grow these beautiful plants and just cut them off like a little haircut and use them. It's so easy, and you're going to get the
lot
most
of nutrition.
Nutrient-dense food. Because
barefootmicrogreens.com.
Always remember, when you go to the store and the stuff that you get at the store has been traveling 1,000 miles or more, and then you're going to lose a lot of nutritional value once it gets taken from the actual earth and you're picking it from the plant. You're going to lose a lot of that nutrition.
Close to the vine,
so here you cut it fresh there, and then you're eating it, so you're getting all that wonderful nutrition. Because most of us are low in magnesium. And speaking of magnesium, and that's what we get in a lot of our greens, in our university, that we have on Wednesday nights. We have a live show and we teach different things. Like this week, we're learning all about magnesium.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, it's sheep this week?
We don't know yet. And so we have 3 ideas in the hat. And so
No, we
don't
talked
know what
about,
we're talking
yes,
about.
we talked. Well, we're
That's
doing
right.
sheep and then
Sheep,
magnesium, and then we're doing
magnesium,
all the books.
Or books.
No,
That's what we're
books
talking
were
about.
later. We did decide it.
No, we didn't. I said we
It
were
was
gonna put 'em in a
magnesium
thing.
sheep. Yes.
Didi, he's not Second Amendment, pro Second Amendment. What he basically says, and I always have the receipts, is that we have a Second Amendment in the Constitution, but, you know, if he could kind of wiggle it away, he would, because, you know, he's got a sore spot with the guns because, you know, it took out his uncle, took out his dad, you know, so I've got him on tape. He straight says it, man. So yeah, he's kind of just saying because it's in the Constitution, but that's just like saying whatever else is in there. Oh, we could just change that a little bit.
Okay, Brenda AZ, she wants to know vendors to buy seeds or sprouts. So I will definitely tell you, seeds from So Right Seeds, our friends in Missouri.
Yes.
So Right Seeds, great heirloom seeds.
Yes.
They have little packets of things that you could get, like an herb packet or
Yeah.
a flower packet or a.
She's gonna be speaking
bean.
at Stacy's
Yeah,
conference.
she's going to be there
Yeah.
too. So that
She'll probably give out some
so
seeds.
yes, she is. She is. So Right Seeds. And then Diana wants to know what kind of vegetables are good for fermenting besides cabbage and beets. Great question. I love carrots. They're very easy. You can cut them up, put some dill in there, fresh dill or garlic, or if you just did the garlic with the carrots, amazing, amazing. Same thing with green beans. You can do dilly beans if you put fresh dill in there and garlic and put the beans in there. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So that's another great one.
And no, we live 100% off rainwater. That's it. That's all we got.
And then Diana, I love to make salsa. You know, I'll mix onions and peppers and tomatoes. I make salsa. You can do tomato sauce. It's just fabulous. You can use one of my absolute favorite ones, and it ferments and it lasts a very long time, is the Gardnera, where you do cauliflower, chunks of cauliflower in there. You can put like red peppers, sweet red pepper in there. You can do onions and carrots and celery. And then if you put some herbs in there, if you had whatever you got in the garden, basil or dill, and put, like I say, garlic too. Garlic always makes them good. And that's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yes, the Missouri Tea Company's us, Dennis. Denise?
Where? Denise.
Denise.
Dennis doesn't have
Yes.
any at then.
That is Doug and Stacy. If you guys get your email saying your order's good to go, it's from the Missouri.
It's just the sheep. Who's that? Is that a cat? Oh, Molly's.
Molly. The Missouri Tea Company is Doug and Stacy, so you'll get an email from us. Lord, you got it right. Y'all, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. Please start taking care of yourself. Quit looking for people to do it for you. If you guys start seeing a bunch of weirdos walking around your neighborhood and doing crazy stuff like eating your cats right on the street, you guys band together and handle that business. Don't even call the police. Just handle this business. It is your duty as a citizen to protect and save and everything. It's your job, right? The police are minutes away when seconds count.
And Odie and Rosie says, I planted Armenian cucumbers for the first time this year and they're fabulous. They are. If you guys want a great, it's actually a melon, but the Armenian cucumbers are very prolific and they get huge. So they're good to get them younger, but if you want the bigger ones, you can too. You'll have plenty to give to friends and family, and they're excellent. There's a couple different varieties. There's some that are lighter skinned, and some of them have a darker, greener skin, but they're really good.
And the mugs are on the way. They are literally en route. So just hang tight. We will have them probably this week. I've talked with the people and everything. Customs had to hold up or whatever. But anyways, they'll be here this week. Trust me, man. We want to get them off to you guys ASAP. And I've ordered a bunch more, so when we get them, we'll have more too. So if you order one right now, you'll actually get your mug next week, while some people have been waiting 4 or 5 weeks. Sometimes these things can take 4 to 6 weeks, and it looks like this one's pushing right at the 6. But one thing is rest assured, you'll always get your stuff. Breaking news, AP is now reporting the Ohio Haitians are now eating baby mice. They're going to eat everything, you guys. I don't know if you guys understand this or not. We're in the Western world, and they're not. And they come from a totally different culture. You got that? I hope you guys understand what they're doing to you. They're doing this to you right in your face, disrespecting you and your family. They are disrespecting you and your family, poisoning your food, hijacked your schools, teach them everything about nothing. I mean, come on, y'all. They got the water with the fluoride, the chlorine and the chloride, and everything else they got in there. Now even Big Pharma's in there.
And a lot of
It's
people
nonstop, you guys.
A lot of people are talking about tinctures. If we're selling the tinctures, we do. If you go to our site and you go to Homegrown Herbalist,
Yes.
Dr. Jones, wonderful Dr. Patrick Jones, there's like a big first aid kit in there. If you guys want to be prepared for everything, and he's got tons of
It's
amazing.
called the Bunker Buster. If you get a Bunker Buster and use our link, you'll save a few bucks. But that thing's got tinctures, sutures, band-aids, gauze, everything holistic.
Yeah, you could survive forever on that.
Yes.
But the thing is he's got tons of tinctures for all kinds of ailments and everything. So if you are wanting some of that and you don't want to make it yourself, I would definitely go there, go to our website, and then you'll get a little discount. And just click on Homegrown Herbalist, and then you can go ahead and go shopping. But he's got stuff for everything.
And he even has a herbal class. Stacy's taking it too, so she can be better with her herbal stuff. Out West Life, I made fermented pickles, and they have a white stuff on it. That's called chyme yeast. It's pretty normal.
Yeah, so on the pickles, sometimes that happens on some things. You kind of skim it off, clean it up really good, and then I would refrigerate it and eat those first.
Millie, if you're going to keep our teas and kind of stock up on them, our packages are kind of airtight, so they're good in there for a while. Or you could put them in glass, some kind of airtight glass or Tupperware or any kind of a thing like that.
I know I was thinking about doing some kind of cool container for them, but you can use a mason jar. Mason jars are always the best.
Y'all, they will eat everything, and pretty soon they will eat you. Don't you guys get it, man? All this talk about Soylent Green, it's all funny and stuff, but it's legit real. Like, there's only one state in America that has outlawed cannibalism, and that's Idaho. Go look this stuff up. And they're slipping this stuff into your food. How many times have you heard about McDonald's having fingernails and stuff like this in their food? Oh,
that's gross.
I'm telling you guys, go look this stuff up. Don't believe anything that I'm telling you. Doug, I didn't get a confirmation for my order. Can you check it out for me? You will get a confirmation. Check your spam. And make sure you're signed up for our emails at the Missouri Tea Company, because I send out updates there too. And some people don't get them. And you guys are going to have to be extra diligent on your emails, because Google and all the email servers are marking emails as spam, and they're trying to hide emails from you. And a lot of people are not getting emails. So once you mark, like, I'm a friendly email, I think the system kind of lets it fall in line a little bit after that. Man, is it getting dark?
Yeah, it is. That's why
We can't even see the trees in the back. Yeah,
the days are getting
we got only 2 more minutes for your full hour, baby, and we're going to give it all to you. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Y'all, the closer we get to the election, the hotter tamale it's going to get. Oh, my gosh.
Shauna says, does garlic and honey have to be refrigerated?
No.
Just put it in your pantry.
Y'all, this is Doug and Stacy. Nothing we do has to be refrigerated, because this is how we live. But if you can add refrigeration to like a ferment after you have it fermented, it helps out. It slows it down.
The one thing that's nice in the summer times, like if you have butter or whatever. So I make a lot of ghee, and so I just let it set on the counter, and coconut oil, and I never have to worry about getting it and letting it melt in my mouth.
Oh, no, it's always liquid.
So now it's just like I just pour it out. It's great. And so the past few nights, we got down in the 40s.
Yeah. My hands were cold this morning. I had to do the lambs.
It is getting warmer this week again. But it was crazy, because it was like this morning I was like trying to dig out the ghee, and I was frustrated because I was so used to just pouring it out.
I always sound like this, Sue.
Well, no, it's just kind of
I got a big nose. Yeah. And plus, I've been cutting the fields, and there's a lot of ragweed and stuff out there. That's what's probably really got me.
Oh, that's why.
That stuff's jamming on. I've been cutting
it
for 2 days, man. And it's like, I can't stand it.
But I will tell you, he used to have horrible
the food.
Yeah, the allergies and food things. And he was snotty all the time. And then we moved out here, and as it went on, and he started eating better and getting healthier and being outside, he's great. Can
you plant store-bought garlic? If you get organic garlic.
Yeah. Now the thing is a lot of the store-bought garlic is the soft neck
Leanna's
varieties.
coming to the conference.
Oh, good. So the ones you buy in the store are a lot of times they're the soft neck varieties. So they will. So I've grown soft neck varieties here, and it grows and it's okay. But if you're in cooler climates, the hard neck varieties of garlic will do better, and they're easier to store because you can braid them, or they just have a harder neck. That's why they're called hard neck. So if you are in a cooler climate and can have a nice winter, hard neck varieties are better. But if that's all you got, then it works, because I have some of that planted too. I do some soft neck too, but it will grow. Same thing if you want to do your sweet potatoes or regular potatoes. If you get some organic potatoes, that'll all work too.
Goldenrod. Yeah, goldenrod's good too. I don't really have allergies. It was just a lot of that pollen and powder just getting in my face and stuff.
Yeah, Apple says, yeah, you can, well, goldenrod, he'll be fine. He just needs to get it out.
I haven't even blowed it out or nothing. I pretty much cut the grass.
He just got done doing grass.
Then I had to run somewhere real quick for Steve.
Wait, go back down. What was that? I wasn't finished reading that one. Yeah, see, a lot of people think the goldenrod is what causes the allergies. It's the ragweed, because it's got tiny, tiny seeds and the wind blows it. So goldenrod is stuck on there. It's not going to really blow away. And goldenrod generally, by making, a lot of people make goldenrod tinctures, and then they'll use that to help with the seasonal allergies, if you're getting in the fall. And they're usually together, just like they say, jewelweed is around poison ivy, and then jewelweed is a good remedy for poison ivy also, where they're always kind of close together.
Art, the neti pots are good, but I don't use them.
He's really bad.
I got too big a nose, bro.
No, you're fine. He's just a big baby.
I don't like them. I just don't like them. It just doesn't feel natural to me. I tried them before.
It's very natural.
It doesn't feel natural to me, and so I never really
So he's just a hard head is all.
Yeah. But it doesn't really
I have to hold him down and pour it in his nose. But he'll be fine.
All right.
He'll be fine.
We gave you guys the full hour. You can barely even see us out here. Now we're just almost talking heads out here. No bodies or nothing. So make sure you guys share this video. The front of it was very important. Maybe they'll hang out and laugh with us and get some other information as well. But definitely share the front of this. People have got to understand that just because you can buy it at the store does not mean you should eat it. This food, they are just chemical labbing up this food like nobody's business. And if you guys are paying attention, we've tried to bring to your attention that a lot of the chemicals that they've added in food are all byproducts of war weapons, and they didn't have anywhere else to put them, so they put them in the food. Ronald Reagan was the one who adopted radiating meat. I'm 90-something% sure of this. And that's when they started using irradiation to clean or cleanse your beef products.
Well,
right?
the herbs. It was the herbs.
Yeah.
They were irradiating.
And now
that's
they do
why
the meat.
Definitely get organic herbs.
Yep.
And
all of our teas are organic.
Conspiratory says, what should I do with my horseradish? Should have big roots by now. Horseradish is great in your fire cider. So if you want to do that, or make horseradish sauce. But one thing I will tell every single person, if you are going to make and do your horseradish, you do not do it inside your house. Otherwise, your eyes are burning, your nose is
worse
going to be
than
horrible.
100 onions.
You got to do it outside.
And y'all, stock up on your stuff. You know what I mean? Like right now, you should be getting your seeds for next year, and make sure you have them on hand just in case anything pops off. At least you'll have your seeds. Try to think that far out, right? 6 months or 8 months out. Like, what are you going to be doing in the spring or something if they put ribbons across the seed aisle again in Detroit, right? So just think about this stuff. Get your preps on. Don't let them run low. It's another helicopter. Man, busy night tonight.
Yeah.
As long as I don't hear any machine guns or nothing. Oh my gosh, y'all. Stay vigilant out there. The most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. Yeah, that's Life Flight too. It's got the stuff here. And I'm also going to leave you guys with this. I love this quote here that I posted today on X, at Doug and Stacy on X. I mean, they're literally coming right over the top of us. Wow. It says, in ourselves, our safety must be sought. By our right hand, it must be wrought. By William Wordsworth. Okay? Just remember that, y'all. You are responsible for you. The government works for us So it's only logical that we should be the main ones taking care of ourselves. Okay? See you guys on the next video. Thanks as always for checking us out. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Share the video with your friends. Man, it's getting dark out here.
Yeah, I know. It's like, ooh.
I'll see you guys.
We need to tell ghost stories next week.
See you guys on the next video. Thanks for getting the mullen tea, the candles, and all that fun stuff. And really, we hope to see you at Stacy's conference. It's going to be a good one.